Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Exotic Infopedia. Hope you guys are doing well. Now today we are about to discuss an exotic car brand which most of you are familiar with. But I'll introduce the car brand with a saying. As they say, you buy a Ferrari when you want to be somebody, but you buy a Lamborghini when you are that somebody. There you go guys, we'll discuss the brand with amazing history, a brand which is definition of a supercar, a poster car of every 12 years old. We'll discuss Lamborghini. But before we head towards the video, make sure to like the video and smash the subscribe button. For all those car junkies out there, you probably know which cars are better makes and models. But there are so many different car names that average person can't wrap their head around all of them. However, there are top-notch names such as Ferrari and Lamborghini that everyone seems to recognize. Now Ferruccio Lamborghini had been born in a family of grape farmers. He did not share the farming passion like his family. Instead, he was more interested in mechanics. Lamborghini had served in the Air Force during World War II. Afterwards, he had taken old military machines and repurposed them as an agricultural supply such as tractors. He became very wealthy from his tractor business. Now anyone who comes into wealth, he bought several luxury cars including a Ferrari. Lamborghini had a passion for cars so much that he began to race some of his cars. However, since he knew a bit about car mechanics as well, he decided that some of his car needed some tweaks. When it came to racing his Ferrari, he noticed that it was too noisy and rough on the road. Another issue with the car was that the clutch needed repairing too often. During the 1960s, Enzo Ferrari's cars were the top of the line luxury sports cars. Since Lamborghini was a good mechanic, he decided to tell Ferrari about the imperfections he found in his cars. Considering Ferrari was a top dog of car business, he didn't appreciate the young tractor mechanics telling him about the imperfections of his cars. Ferrari believed that Lamborghini didn't know a thing about his cars or cars in general. When Ferrari told Lamborghini that he don't want advice from a tractor mechanic, a rivalry had begun. This started Lamborghini's passion for cars. It had been merely a hobby for him before, but Lamborghini decided to turn his hobby into a passion. Now many people believe that it was crazy for him to build a sports car to compete with Ferrari. Ferrari had years on him and was already quite wealthy by the time Lamborghini was built. People believed that wanting to build a car as great as Ferrari was impossible. They believed it was too risky. But not for Lamborghini. Lamborghini had begun working on his project in 1962, and by May of 1963 he had officially founded Automobili Ferruccio Lamborghini. He saw Ferrari's insult as his driving force for starting work on his own type of luxury cars. He began designing different models of his own brand. In only 4 months, he revealed the Lamborghini 350 GTV at the Turin Motor Show in October 1963. By the end of 1964, Lamborghini had sold his first 13 cars. The name had eventually changed to the 350 GT. Well, even the name of the car was inspired by Ferrari 250 GT, but plus 100 to show its refinement, hence 350 GT. In 1962, Ferruccio Lamborghini visited the Seville ranch of Don Mura, a renowned breeder of Spanish fighting bulls and Ferruccio's friend. Lamborghini Taurus himself was so impressed by the majestic Mura's animals that he decided to adopt Raging Bull as the emblem for the auto company. Lamborghini was noted for 1966 Mura Sports Coupe, named on his friend Don Mura, which used a rear mid-engine, rear-wheel drive layout, which was a secret project by Lamborghini's engineer, but when they told him, he was sold by the idea to put Mura into production. The car which put Lamborghini on the map and was fastest production vehicle at the time. Lamborghini grew rapidly during its first decade, but sales plunged in the wake of 1973 worldwide financial downturn and the oil crisis. The firm ownership had been changed 3 times after 1973, including a bankruptcy in 1978. Ferruccio Lamborghini sold the company to George Henry Rossetti, a Swiss businessman and friend of Lamborghini, which he sold to then his friend René Lamar, and in the meantime Ferruccio Lamborghini retired in 1974. The company went bankrupt in 1978, but before that, they made the sickest car of all time, the Countach, the car which was a spaceship for the road, which introduced the signature Lambo scissor doors. Then the company was placed in the receivership of brothers John Claude and Patrick Mimran in 1980s, who were sugar magnates. The Mimran invested heavily in the expansion of the company. Under the Mimran's management, Lamborghini's model lineup was expanded from Countach to include a Yalpa sports car and the LM002 high-performance off-road vehicle also known as Rambo Lambo, which was originally intended to be an American military vehicle as Cheetah, but they never got the deal, so they converted it into a civilian vehicle. This tactic was of no use cause of oil crisis at the time, so companies started to suffer again financially. American Chrysler Corporation took control of Lamborghini in 1987 for just $25 million. Like seriously, only 4 Veneno would cost more than that these days. Well, after replacing Countach with Diablo, yeah, that 485 horsepower Raging Bull that was poster car of every child, which was fastest car in the world when it debuted, finally company got some appreciation and Diablo sold like hot cakes, but not for long. Cause of new faster and better cars were there to steal its shine. Chrysler also discontinued the Yalpa and LM002 and sold it to Malaysian investment group Mecom and Indonesian group V Power Corporation in 1994, which didn't do anything but continued with the existing lineup. They sold Lamborghini to Volkswagen Group, where it was placed under the control of the group's Audi division. New products and model lines were introduced to the brand portfolio, brought to the market and saw an increased productivity for the brand Lamborghini in the late 2000s. In 2001, Murcielago was introduced, which on the side note was my favorite car. With 572 brake horsepower V12 and same Lamborghini killer styling, Lambo was introduced in the 21st century. Not only that, but 2 years later for the first time, Lamborghini introduced V10 version, the Gallardo, which did incredibly well, actually very well at the end of its run. It was about 50% of the all Lambo sold ever. In 2011, they introduced a replacement for decade-old Murcielago called Aventador. The new V12 for the new car was built from scratch. In 2014, they also replaced their V10 lineup of Gallardos with new Hurricanes. In 2018, they also introduced an SUV like every other sporty car brand, Aston Martin, Bentley, Rolls-Royce, and even there are rumors for about Ferrari SUV. Okay, back to Lamborghini. Their SUV is called Urus, and it's first twin-turbocharged V8 for Lamborghini, but technically Lamborghini bought it from Audi RS-Q8, but still SUVs are a hot favorite in the market these days, so it's a huge bump in sales especially for a niche brand like Lamborghini, so why not? The already exclusive car brand Lamborghini also made even special limited edition supercars like Reventon. Based on Murcielago platform, only 20 cars were ever made. Their second attempt was Veneno supercar, another exclusive V12. Only 13 were ever made including the coupes and roadsters for the whole world, and prices ranges up to $5 million. Their third attempt was Centenario, based on Aventador platform. Only 40 cars were ever made. Its prices ranges up to $2.5 million. The most powerful Lambo till date, Lamborghini Sian, the first hybrid by Lamborghini, produces about 819 brake horsepower and its prices ranges up to $3.6 million, and only 63 cars would be ever made. So far Lamborghini is doing great and its financial situation is stable under Audi's ownership for a decade now. Okay guys, that's a wrap. Hope you guys liked it, so please make sure subscribe this channel and click the bell icon for latest upcoming videos. Peace.